All right, guys. It looks like we are live. Nice. Awesome. Live and on live breathing workshop. Here together with Coach Nick, still asleep on his home couch, as you can see. Nice, cozy home environment. Hopefully, you are at the same position. Nice and cozy home environment. In this workshop, I'm going to guide you through some different breathing exercises, each with their own goals and benefits. And between exercises, I will reflect on what it does and how you can apply it in everyday life, because that's the goal, to take something out of it. You can do all the exercises in the comfort of your home, same as Nick, right? On your couch or on the floor in a comfortable, relaxed position, and even share the experience together with those around you. Hey, welcome, Nick. All right. So as you can see on your screen, you can see Coach Nick. He's going to do all the exercises together with you. He's also doing some bicep curls, as you can see, because it's still Coach Nick. If at any point you lose track of what we're doing, have a quick peek at your screen and you can see Nick still with his eyes closed, still doing the breathing exercise, so you can take on from there back to the exercise. All right, I think we can all start. Are you in a comfortable position, or you want to be in your, boom, there you go, yoga mat? All right, so same goes for you. Find a comfortable position where you can sit down or lie down. If like all these exercises work best if you close your eyes and really get into your state and into your position. Like I said, if you at any point lose track of what we're doing, just have a quick peek at your screen and you can still see Nick doing the exercise of what we're doing, and then go back from there. Now, from this position, please sit down, lie down, close your eyes, and just be in the moment. I'm going to take you through different breathing exercises, all with their own intention, from a very relaxed state check. We're going into some heavier breathing, all the way up to like pretty intense breathing, where you can even feel lightheaded, dizzy, or some tingly sensations in your face, fingers, or body, which is all fine. At any moment or time or during the exercises you feel uncomfortable, or I don't know, maybe like I said, if maybe it feels uncomfortable, just go back to your normal breathing till that feeling gets less, to a point that you can pick it up again. All right, now keep your eyes closed and just take one big breath all the way in through your nose, and then hold it at the top for a second, and then with a big sigh of relief, let it all go. Now let's go through your state. How are you feeling at this moment? What is the first thing that comes up in your awareness? Is it any thoughts, maybe feelings, or physical sensations? And if you have any physical sensations, where do you feel them? Do you feel some heavy legs or tight spots around your back, or maybe even in your abs? You have heavy or solid shoulders, or like some physical pain in your neck, maybe? Maybe your face is a little tight. And watch these things without needing to change them. Just be aware of, like, what do you feel? What's going on there? And being all present and aware in the moment bring all your attention to your heart. Can you feel your heartbeat pounding in your chest slowly? Or is it going a little fast maybe? And where else can you feel your heartbeat? You feel it maybe in your armpits, your neck, or even all the way down to your fingertips. Let's do the same thing with your breathing. Bring your attention to your breath. Be fully aware of your inhale. And where's that inhale going? Through your nose or maybe even through your mouth. Expansion of your lungs. The expansion of your rib cage and your belly. And then your exhale. Your belly and your chest falls in when the breath exhales and exits your body. Now, referring back to where we started, how would you label your state at this moment? Do you feel any change? Are you calmer or more awake? Now, this is your state at this very moment. You can do this exercise from time to time in your own time, even when you're at work, at any moment of the day. Now let's go to our first actual exercise, which is an extension of the previous one, which you can call a state check. It's similar. We're going to do the almost exact same thing, but now with a little state exercise in it. Same starting position, lying down on the floor, keeping your eyes closed. Now I'm going to give you two different scenarios. Now let's think about these things while you keep checking in on your state. Let's first take a big sigh of relief. So big breath in all the way down to your nose. Hold at the top. Exhale. Sigh of relief. Now I want you to bring all your attention and all your focus on your to-do list. All your attention to your deadlines. All your unanswered emails waiting for you. That big thing that you keep avoiding, but you know you should actually be doing. How does that make you feel? Where do you feel tension? Physical tension? Emotional tension? Is it in your legs? You feel restless in your arms? Maybe tension in your chest or neck? And what's your breath going? What's your heart doing? Just be aware. Does it make you feel slightly uncomfortable? Rushed, maybe? Now, let all those thoughts go. Take one more big breath in with a big sigh of relief, all the way in. And exhale. Now, for the next one, we're going to take the total opposite. Think about all the nice things or some compliments someone ever said to you. Think about a great, nice holiday you had in the past, or a beautiful sunset, a romantic dinner, or even better, the best orgasm you've ever had. How do you feel now? Is there still tension in your body? And if so, where? Is it in your legs or arms, chest or neck? And again, where's your breath going? Where's your heart rate? Can you find the biggest difference between those two exercises and the sensations that it gave you? Now you might have felt that the uncomfortable scenario made your heart rate go up a little. Maybe even your breathing rate go up. Maybe your breath was a little higher on your chest, more shallow, faster maybe. You might have felt some tension in your chest or even in your legs. Now the funny thing is, if you feel tension in your legs, it kind of relates to a fight and flight response. In that case, tension in your legs might come from a fleeing experience, where tension in your chest and arms and shoulders comes more from a fighting response. So if you have a fight or flight response. All right. Now, take one more big sigh of relief. What you can do now, if you have your phone at hand, I need you to get up, get your phone real quick, or maybe if you have a watch on your wrist with a stopwatch on it, I want you to take time for this next exercise. And the next exercise is a CO2 tolerance test. And it's testing, it's all in the name, your tolerance to CO2. There's always a gas exchange in your body. As you inhale, you suck in oxygen, and when you exhale, gas exchange from oxygen to CO2, which is called the carbon dioxide, is what you exhale. All right, so breathing in and breathing out every day, every moment of the day, 12 to 16 times per minute. That's a lot in your lifetime. So you can imagine if you are a little bit stressed that you might breathe more shallow, but also a little bit faster. If you are very relaxed, you don't need to breathe that much, right? Maybe 12 is then even a high number. Maybe you breathe like 6 or 8 times per minute, like very, very relaxed. That means that you have a high tolerance to CO2, right? You don't need to breathe. What CO2 is doing, as it builds up in your lungs and in your body, it gives your heart a signal to give a little stress response. And in relation to that, it gives your heart a signal for your lungs to breathe, right? So every time you breathe in and out, breathe in and out. Now, from there, I want you to do the test. It's called a CO2 tolerance test, and it goes like this. Nick is going to show you on your screen, so you can open your eyes and have a look. The idea is that you take 3 deep breaths and then do a max length controlled exhale. So we're going for 3 big breaths, all the way in, and then all the way out. And then in again, and out. And then one more time in, and out. And then one last breath, that is actually the fourth breath, all the way in. And then from there, you're going to slow your exhale as much as possible. So you're going to do the exhale for as long as possible. So you're going to take out the minimum amount of oxygen. And that is the time that you stop, or that you start your stopwatch. And then taking time, the longest time you can do your exhale. That's the goal. So one more time, 3 breaths in, and one more big breath in, and on your fourth one, you're going to prolong the exhale for as long as possible. Right? If at any moment you need to breathe, or you swallow, or you choke, or you're just out of breath, you stop your stopwatch. That is your score, that is your time. Right? After this exercise, I'm going to explain all the scores to you. All right? So, one breath in. All right, and here we go. Breathing number 1. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. All right, one last time, all the way in. And exhale as slowly as possible. Start your stopwatch whenever you start exhaling. Make it as slowly as possible. No rush. Take your time. Press your lips together. Whenever Nick is ready, he's going to raise his arm so that I can see his score. And then I give you a little bit more time. Maybe you're already done, that's all fine. Maybe you're still, great, there's Nick. Nick is done. Good. Give you a little bit more time there. If you're still doing this, that's very good. Nick, what was your score? Just under 30 seconds. All right. That's similar to last time. Have you been practicing? A little bit better. That's good. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So the idea is here. Under 20 seconds, that's pretty poor. If your score is under 20 seconds, maybe you misunderstood the exercise. That's all fine. We can do it again. But the goal is to go for as long as possible. If at under 20 seconds, that might mean that you have a very high level of stress or arousal. And that is something that you can work on. You can imagine that if you have a very high stress rate, your heart is constantly pounding a little bit faster. You're wasting a lot more energy and therefore more oxygen. So the entire system is running on a higher pace. So it might be a very good thing to work on your stress level. Somewhere between 20 and 40 seconds, that's exactly where Nick is. That's an average score, right? It's moderate to high arousal state. So he is, like, I can see he's very excited about doing this. He's being in screen, he's not used to it. But it might mean that you have a little bit heightened stress states, which is all fine, but working with like proper breathing mechanics and breathing techniques, we can all work on this. So this is good. If your score is somewhere between 40 and 60 seconds, that's already a lot better. From here, you can improve more quickly if you focus more on some of the CO2 tolerance training, like apnea walks. An apnea walk is where you go on a stroll, just go outside for a walk, and then while walking, you're going to focus on your breath, right? So you just walk, and you're going to inhale and exhale just as you do on a normal day-to-day life and walk. 5 breaths are you going to take, and after the 5th one, you're going to exhale and hold it there, right? That's a retention phase. While holding your breath out, you keep on walking for as far as possible, right? You might feel as if you're choking a little bit, but you're going to hold your breath out to the point that you can no longer hold your breath out, and then you're going to inhale again. But it's a normal inhale, just in through your nose and out through your nose. But keep on walking. 5 again. And after the 5th one, you're going to exhale one more time, and then you're going to hold that breath out, keep on walking for as far as possible, etc., etc., etc. All right, just do this every day for 5 to 10 minutes on your walk, and then you'll start to notice that the CO2 tolerance will rise a lot more. Now, if you have somewhere between 60 and 80 seconds, that is pretty damn good, actually pretty advanced. If you have even higher, like 80 plus seconds, that is where those free divers are at. Like those people are diving underwater without a gas tank. So these people have to have very good breathing mechanics and a very high CO2 tolerance level. Something to work on. That's your homework. All right. Now, from here, we're going to step it up just a little bit. We're going to reactivate your system. What we're going to do first is taking one more breath in, right? Just as we've done before, but now with a little bit extension. So first of all, take a deep breath in, close your eyes again, lie down on the floor. All together, we're breathing in. Holding at the top, squeeze a little bit. 3, 2, 1, exhale. All right. Now, this might have felt like as if you're taking a big yawn. It's the same idea. With a big yawn, you're going to inhale all the air in and then squeeze at the top a little bit, maybe squeeze your muscles, and then exhale with a big sigh of relief. As you can see, if you're looking at your screen, Nick is yawning already. Now we can do this one more time. And now with that intention of actually yawning. So stretch your body as far out as possible while taking this deep breath in. Hold at the top for a moment, squeeze all your muscles, and then exhale with a big sigh of relief. All right, so how does that make you feel? Pretty damn good, right? Awesome. Now, we're doing it one more time, but now instead of exhaling with a sigh of relief, we're going to sip in just a little bit more air. So we're taking a deep breath in, holding at the top, and instead of exhaling, we're going to sipping in that air again. All right, here we go. Deep breath in. Hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip in. And now, big sigh of relief. All right, so now what you've been doing is you've been stretching out your lungs just a little bit more. Even the muscles between your ribs, your intercostalis, something. That was pretty good, right? Anatomy 101. So you've been stretching from the inside out. So it might feel that you have a little bit more room to breathe now, right? If you weren't aware of it yet, let's do it one more time. So stretch out as far as you can, right? Lengthen all your muscles, tighten them a little bit. Big breath in, all the way down to your belly, your chest, your rib cage, your shoulder, everything up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip in as much as possible. And now let go. Big sigh of relief. Nice. Do you feel that release? That's pretty good, right? Awesome work. All right, so you can, again, use this any time of the day just to recharge a little bit. All right? If at the middle of your day, your working day, maybe you're working from home, maybe you're one of the unlucky ones to work at your office, you might feel a moment where you are tending to be a little bit sluggish or losing some of your energy, but you still need to be awake, right? So from here, what we're going to do is an exercise called box breathing. If you close your eyes, you can visualize a box, and you're going to follow the lines of the box. So that means that if you inhale, your breath is going up in a way. Then we're going to hold for 4 counts. And we're going to exhale again for the same amount, 4 counts. And then we're going to hold again. All right, so that is the 4 ribs of a box, so to speak. So we're going to inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. We're going to do this for a couple rounds. Before we start, let's take one more big breath in. Let's get all aligned. Big breath in. Hold at the top and release. All right, here we go. And breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, last round, in, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, last exhale, 3, 4, last time hold, 2, 3, 4, and relax. All right. 4 rounds, box breathing. Just take a moment to feel, how do you feel now? Are you awake, alert, but still relaxed? All right, that's good. That's the idea. To calm down your system, but still focus on being alert. Right? You still have your workday ahead. You still have some tasks to do, so you cannot really downwind, but you can still like release some of that work stress. Box breathing. Use it whenever needed. Now we're taking it one step further. Supercharging your energy. Maybe you're all like down. You don't have any energy left, right? You've kicked that deadline in the butt, but now you're down, right? You need to work on your energy. What we're doing now is a breathing session where you might feel a little bit lightheaded. We're going to suck in as much oxygen as possible, breathing in through your nose, but I want to challenge you to breathe in through your mouth to suck in a little bit more air, which is more related to a stress response. So you can imagine that you are fired up after this one. We're going to do 30 big breaths in through your mouth or your nose, whatever you want. Big breaths in, exhale like relaxed. After 30 of those, I want you to exhale and then hold for as long as possible, normally, but I'm going to take time for a minute. Right? If under a minute you need to breathe, just breathe again and then pick up where I'm leading up again. After 1 minute of exhaling or that retention phase, you're going to suck in one more time, big breath in, exhale straight away, then one more time, big breath in, and then you're going to hold while squeezing yourself in a mild, hollow hold position. So you're going to squeeze your pelvic floor, you're going to squeeze your butt as if you need to pee real hard, you need to pull real hard, you're going to squeeze your core for 10 to 15 seconds without exploding your head, and then relax. All right, so whenever you're ready, one breath in, get all aligned, and here we go. All right, breathe in, keep going, keep going, in and out, in, out, in, out. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. And we're halfway. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and hold. That's your retention phase. You don't need to breathe. Just relax in this position, in this moment. Just feel the calm, feel relaxed. You might have that tingly sensation around your fingers or your face, maybe warm around the chest, that's all fine. And it will flow away eventually. Any thoughts or emotions that come up, just let them be. You don't need to change anything. have 15 seconds to go. Now 10. After those 10 seconds, you're going to breathe in once, exhale once, and then breathe in one more time, and then holding at the top while squeezing your pelvic floor. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Exhale. And straight back into it one more time. Hold. Squeeze as if you need to pull. Squeeze your core without exploding your head. Just relax your face, but squeeze your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, just lie down there for a moment. How do you feel now? Boom, supercharged. Now the good news is we're going to do this one more time, but now faster. Right? It's called a bellow breath. I like to call it a snot rocket, because I want you to breathe in through your nose as fast as possible. Right? So it's a much faster pace as the previous one. It goes a little bit like this. That's the pace. Right? So it's twice as fast as the previous one, maybe even faster. All right, as fast as possible. We're going to do 50 or 60 of those snot rockets as fast as possible. After 50, instead of exhaling and holding, we're going to inhale and hold at the top for 10 seconds. Then we're exhaling, and then we leave that for a minute. All right. Are you ready? Here we go in 3, 2, 1, in. Good. Fast, fast, fast. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep that pace up. Keep it going. This is hard work, I know. You might push that air through your head. Maybe you're cold around the nose. If it helps, you can pull your nostrils apart so that you can suck in more air. If you really need to breathe through your mouth, it's okay. But the best thing is to breathe through your nose. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and hold at the top for 10 to 15 seconds. Now for the last 5 seconds, squeeze from the bottom. Squeeze your pelvic floor. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Nice. How does that make you feel? Nick is awake. Right alert. Ready to kick ass. All right. I'll leave you here for a little moment. After, let's say, 20 seconds, we're going to do the first one again, where we're going to take 30 deep breaths in through our mouth. Supercharging one last time. Then we're going to exhale, hold that for a minute. We're going to double inhale, and on the second inhale, we're going to hold at the top for 10 to 15 seconds while you squeeze from your pelvic floor, your butt, and your low abs. Now for the last time, 30 breaths, I want you to focus while keeping your eyes closed on that space between your eyebrows. If you keep your eyes closed, you can or might see some colors or objects or shapes. Maybe it's still, maybe it's moving, maybe it's slow, maybe it's fast. I want you to focus there while breathing, and especially while holding your breath, and maybe even more important, while squeezing after the second inhale. And I want you to squeeze all that oxygen to that spot, as if you can see all the oxygen going there and growing it. All right? So, here we go again. Take one breath in. Get all aligned. And here we go. Big breath in. Keep going. Keep going. In, out. In, out. In and out. In, out. In, out. And we're halfway. Keep doing this. Big breaths in. Relax, exhale. In, out, in, out. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and relax. Just be here for a minute. And while you're holding still, focus on that moving or still object between your eyes. Shapes, colors. And what kind of shape is it? What kind of color does it have? Is it moving? And where is it going to? All right, here we go. Big breath in. Exhale. One more breath in, all the way. And then hold. Squeeze your pelvic floor as if you need to pee and poop real hard. Squeeze your butt, your low abs. And push all that oxygen from your pelvic floor and butt, your abs, your back and chest, all the way down to your face. To that spot. 3, 2, 1. Let go. And relax. All right, stay here for a moment. How do you feel? All right, you might have noticed that you maybe were on a little spaceship, floating, maybe a little high. That's all normal, it's all right. Maybe you felt some physical sensation as well, warm around the face or chest. That is from adrenaline rushing through your body because you've been, if you've been breathing through your mouth, charging your fight and flight response. And especially from squeezing from your pelvic floor, you've been pushing a little harder and therefore pushing it more towards your brain. Cool. Now we're going for one last super boost. We're going to do the exact same thing, 30, but now instead of 30, we're going to do 60 of those big breaths in. This one is actually pretty good if you're going for a long run or maybe a bike ride or maybe even a workout because it's supercharging your oxygen level in your body. So in theory, it might mean that you have a bigger oxygen, how do you call that? Bigger response for oxygen, so to speak. So what I would like you to do is taking 30 big breaths in, and then after 30, we're going to speed up a little, right? 10 fast, then another 10 faster, and then the last 10 super fast, as if we're doing that 50 breath snot rockets again, right? If at any moment you feel a little uncomfortable doing this, maybe you feel lightheaded, just go back to your normal breath. Mouth breath, yeah, mouth breath, right? All mouth breath. Good, here we go, 60, supercharging. All right, big breath in, let go, and here we go. Mouth in, keep going, keep going, big breaths in. Keep it up. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Big breaths in, all the way. Suck in as much air as possible and relax on your exhale. All right, here we go, a little faster. Good. 3, 2, 1. Even faster. Still breathing deep. 3, 2, 1. Faster. Super fast. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Exhale and hold. Now, in this position, you might feel that you even feel more lightheaded, even higher. So take your time in this position just to get back down to earth. And then whenever you're ready, just bring your breathing slowly back to normal. If you like, you can take that one breath in and then squeeze one more time. You don't need to. If you feel and like the feeling of that sensation where you squeeze all that oxygen to your face, into your head, to your brain, let's do it. And otherwise, just bring your normal breathing back. From here, just stay in a lying down or seated position with your eyes closed. This was a supercharge, like a super boost, especially good before going into a workout. It's a kickstart for your cardiovascular system. Supercharging your body with oxygen, so this might be helpful. You can try it on your next workout. Do 1 round, 2 rounds of this, like supercharging, 60 breaths where you increase the tempo of your breath. You don't need to count, just feel. I don't care if it's 50 or 60 or 75 breaths, as long as you take deep breaths and then suck in as much air and oxygen as possible. Now, from here you might feel a little bit more awake, more alert, especially after mouth breathing. Right? You've kicked your stress response in the nuts, which might be helpful if you need that energy. You can do these exercises in the beginning of your day. You also notice that if you do them at the end of your day, like before going to bed, that you might not sleep because you're right awake. So best thing to do these is in the beginning of your day, or maybe in the middle of your work day. Now, the total opposite. If you are going to bed and you're still like pretty awake and your work is in your mind and you cannot fall asleep because you're so stressed or agitated or whatever, the next breathing exercises might help in that. I'm going to guide you through a breathing rhythm. Same as with the box breathing, I'm going to click my fingers and I'm going to count out loud for you to take you through these exercises. And the first one that I'm going to do is some exercises or an exercise that you can do while lying in bed. Right? You might feel sleepy after this one. Okay, maybe even fall asleep on the spot. I hope not. Or maybe I do hope. Would be really nice. Compliment. It goes like this. We're going to count, or we're going to breathe in for 4 counts. Then we're going to hold that breath for 7 counts. And then we're going to exhale for 8. And after 8, we're going to breathe in for 4 again, then hold for 7, and then out for 8. Breathing in means that you take a normal breath. Just a normal, everyday breath. But you're going to lengthen it for 4 counts. If you do this one while lying in bed right before going to sleep, you might even feel your heartbeat and then count 4 heartbeats. So if you can feel your heartbeat, just count your heartbeats. It works even better. All right, now take 1 big breath in. Squeeze at the top a little bit and then let go with a big sigh of relief. All right, here we go. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax. Now feel for a moment what this exercise has done for you. Compared to the previous one, how do you feel now? We've just done a couple rounds of a 4, 7, 8 breath. So 4 rounds or 4 counts in, 7 count hold, 8 count exhale. It's a very nice exercise to downwind your system, down-regulate your system after a heavy or hard day of thinking, where stress is still in your head and maybe even in your body. So a great exercise to do while lying in bed or even like straight before going to bed. Another great exercise is where you lengthen your exhale. If you compare this to the other exercise where we've been breathing in through our mouth and then fast and even faster inhales, that is a trigger for your stress response. Lengthening your exhale is super relaxing. So a long exhale can also downwind your system. This is a great exercise to do even lying down or seated. You can do this at any moment during the day, maybe even in your car. Just be aware of your breath. Right? You can also see this as a little bit like guided meditation maybe. So close your eyes and just be in a moment. Follow your breath and try to lengthen your exhale as long as possible. So just a normal breath in through your nose and lengthen your exhale through your nose or through your mouth. And it works even better if you take your exhale and if you want to feel it at the back of your throat, so to speak. As if you're sighing of relief. All you need to do is focus on your breath. Just feel it. Okay, make it even longer. While being in this position, while focusing on your breath, inhaling and long exhaling, think about the last hour we've been doing this. We've been going through a couple breathing exercises. Started with a state check, which you can actually do right now again. Just to check in with your state. How do you feel now? And how do you feel compared to an hour ago? Or even longer ago, like right before you started? After the state check, we've had 2 scenarios. One which triggered your stress response, probably, and one which triggered a happy response. And what did that scenarios do with your breathing, with your heart rate, with your state? We've done a CO2 tolerance test, and I gave you an example of apnea walk, where you can train your breathing mechanics and the CO2 tolerance. We've been supercharging your energy with box breathing and the 30 big breaths in, where you squeezed your pelvic floor and then really sucked all that air in through your brain. We've done the 60 supercharging breaths, super boosting, which you can use for like prior to a heavy workout. And then like a mini version you can actually do whenever you're going for a heavy lift. Let's say if you have maybe you have some heavy weights around your house that you need to move. Maybe it's a big rock, or maybe it's just a barbell with bumper plates. Supercharging, take 5 big mouth breaths in, supercharging your state, and then lift that heavy object, and you will notice that it goes a little bit easier. It's still heavy, probably, but it goes a little bit easier. And then at the end, we've been calming down our system again with a 4-7-8 breathing exercise. 4 counts in, 7 count hold, 8 counts out, which is best to do before you go to sleep. And then we've ended with long exhales. And now we're at the end of our breathing workshop. Give Nick a big applause, make it as loud as possible so that he might hear it. Nice. Awesome work, guys. If you have any questions, just send me a text, email, call me, whatever. If you see me pull my hair or arm, maybe Nick, if you see him first, he's glad to answer them as well. So hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you next time in real life, hopefully again. See ya.